Memphis is the home of the blues, rock and roll, and Earle Farrell.
From the Collierville Square to the mighty Mississippi, the Earle Farrell for Memphis show is all about good things that happen across the Bluff City and the people who make Memphis cool.
The Earle Farrell for Memphis show is made possible by our title sponsor, Southern Security Federal Credit Union,
by Dive Shop and Dive Ventures nationwide, Jim Harris Chevrolet with George Gully, for Memphis Magazine, the Live at the Garden concert series, and the Orpheum Theater Group Memphis, and by Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, family owned and operated for more than 40 years. And brought to you by High-Low Commercial Services, owned by the cleanest man in the world, and by Walker Auctions, LLC. When it's time to sell, Walker Auctions doesn't fiddle around. Thank you to all the sponsors for making this possible.
And now, coming to you from Lansky Brothers, Clothier to the King, inside the world-famous Peabody Hotel, with the heart of a cowboy and Memphis in his soul. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your host, Earle Farrell.
And thank you very much, and welcome into Lansky's inside the world-famous Peabody Hotel. And we've got a really interesting show for you today because it really involves so much of what makes the world go around: entrepreneurship, inventiveness, talent, and it involves fashion, food, and really cool people. So don't go away. Our first guest today is somebody that does a lot of things, and most of them came out of her own head because that's where she wanted to go. Similia Pelshak, and you're a designer, you're an entrepreneur, you have a day job at MLGW, but that wasn't enough for you. What I love about what you're doing, you're not just doing what you love, you're teaching young people and older people how to do what you love. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
First of all, let's talk about, you got a job at MLGW, but obviously you've always been into fashion and design as a little girl.
Yes.
How did that get started?
So I'm Nigerian, first generation. I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina, and just going to a lot of Nigerian functions as a kid. We had to wear the African garb, and it was beautiful and colorful, and I loved the colors, but it was really uncomfortable to me. And being a tomboy, I loved moving around a lot. So some of the skirts and the dresses were a little constricting, and I would just get these ideas in my head like, oh, what if these were pants in the same fabric? I would still be like on the mark with everyone else in the material. And so these ideas started to grow when I was really young.
It really is, I think, of the people I talk to in interview about what they do, all those thoughts are almost came along about the same time you could talk and see and walk. I mean, it's in you from the very beginning.
Yeah.
You just didn't know what to do with it yet, but you were noticing things. I like that, but not that.
Yeah.
Was your mom and then you got into sewing? Is that something your mother did and taught you?
Yes, actually, my mom made clothes for my sister and I when we were young. I have very significant memories of her at the kitchen table with the sewing machine, fighting with it and the material here and there. And that was the sewing machine that I ended up taking with me to college.
How many girls did you know in college that had their own sewing machine? You, right?
You're right. Me and maybe one other person.
We've got some video. Can we show the video of this? Some of your students, including I think your daughter is in this reel. That's your daughter there.
Yep. Yes, it is.
But listen to that.
Oh, I love it.
I remember my mother in the kitchen, on the kitchen table with her sewing machine, and my sister with those paper patterns.
Yep.
And they were cutting out the material. And she would be up late at night working on it. And she said, I wish I could make I had a brother, and she said, I wish we could do boys' clothes, but evidently they're much harder to make than women's clothes.
Yes. There's a lot more parts to, a lot of the suit jackets, even though women, we have our suit jackets, but we've got more options.
Well, and a dress is simpler if it's
exactly.
There's another little clip we've got of you actually cutting out some of the material and having the girl sew take a dress in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, that was it.
Okay, I looked away for a minute, but so you teach them the very basics. They don't know anything. They come in, and is this a summer-long type thing, or is this do you do this year-round?
So I do all types of programming year-round for all ages. I have private lessons, which are ongoing and schedulable by anyone throughout the year. And then I also have the video as part of my fashion design camp that I just do during the summers right now.
Now, when you came up with the idea, because every idea I've ever come up with, I've taken it to my friends first and say, what do you think? And they go, nobody's ever done that before. I go, well, I think I can do this. What do you think? I said, I don't know. Why don't you go slow at first or something? Or, no, it can't be done. Did people discourage you with your first ideas? Or once they got to know you, if you come up with the idea, you're going to do it?
Well, honestly, a lot of these ideas, friends of mine would be like, hey, you need to be teaching this. And the fashion design camp was from another friend of mine who used to live in Memphis. And she said, this would be so great. I think she had a niece around 8 or 9, and she said this would be amazing if you had a camp that the kids could come and learn how to sew.
And I think the way you really sell it is not to say we're going to teach you girls how to sew. No, we're going to teach you to be creative, because that's really what this is, just a tool and an approach.
Yeah, and it's not only young girls. I've had young boys in there, too. I've had adults recently are asking me, hey, do you do camps for adults?
Because guess what? Nobody knows how to sew.
And it's so essential, even just being able to sew on a button or adjust the hem in your pants or your skirt. And that's what originated the idea for my sewing academy came out of the camps. I wanted something that adults could come and do with lesser time.
And then you also have the creative aging sewing classes. And are these people that used to sew, or some people that never sewed and always wanted to?
It's completely mixed. There are people that used to sew when home ec was offered in schools. I feel like I was maybe one of the last to experience that in the schools. So I have people share stories of when they were sewing in home ec, and some are brand new to sewing, and it's wonderful getting them all in the same room.
It is interesting how many things that are coming back that have almost gone out of existence. People that know how to a cobbler, shoe repair, sewing, alterations. These are all things we all need, but nobody thinks that we got to keep these people in business in order to have them when we need them.
Right.
And it's got to be such a throwaway society. But I think people that really like the clothes that they like, I'd rather be able to repair them and keep wearing them, because they're usually very unique articles. And if you don't have a way of fixing them, you have no alternative but to throw away.
Exactly. And especially if you have some heirloom pieces, it's really great to know how to mend those and keep them around for longer.
In fact, Pat Tiger, that's what she made her entire living from, is antique lace, and would collect it and then incorporate it into other pieces and everything. So it really is. It does kind of take on a life of its own, like your business. Other people come to you, hey, you did that, why don't you do this? I also involved with the Memphis College of Art. Did you attend there?
I did. Yeah, that's
one of the last classes, I guess.
Yeah, so I graduated years before they closed. I graduated in 2005, and I believe it closed in 2020, 21.
I just did so many stories over the years at the College of Art.
Sorry, 2000. What year did I graduate? Was it that long ago?
It goes by. It goes by a lot faster than you think. I'll tell you that. But the College of Art has such a great history in Memphis, and I think that's great about what you're doing, because and they're going to reopen it as an ornamental iron museum.
Yeah.
But that's still not the College of Art.
Right.
And that was I had a friend that graduated from there the same year that Amy Carter was there, the President Carter's daughter.
Wow.
And I remember going up to him, introducing the president to my son. He was about 3. I said, JB, this is the president.
Oh, my gosh.
Kind of kept looking around. Not impressed.
That is cool.
But it is things like that that really do inspire other people. You wrote at Oklahoma City, and Was the environment that you were in, did you live in neighborhoods where other Nigerian people had lived, or did you assimilate into the regular neighborhoods?
Basically, so my dad went to Oklahoma State University to get his doctorate degree. Yeah, so it's in me from birth because that's where I was born. But I have very fond memories of being at the international student parties, and I was maybe just walking, and it just always seemed so fun. So I grew up around a lot of other international students, and that's kind of how my friend groups look now. It's just everybody's very diverse from all over the place.
Well, I grew up in West Texas. It's very similar to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And I just wondered how you liked that atmosphere, because those people are very friendly, they're very inclusive, and they're not shy.
Right.
So if there's anything shy about you as a young girl, you got over that because they'll push you out of the way.
Right.
We've got some photographs you can see on your monitor there. Are they designing here? Is that what they're doing with their notebooks?
Yes. So I always have students start with a sketch, because you have those ideas in your head. And even though I'm digitally trained, I always start with a sketch even now.
Don't most fashion people do sketches? I mean, I've always been amazed at how good a sketcher they were. I mean, they could have been a sketch artist.
It depends, with nowadays and all the tools that we have available, there are ways around things. There are designers who don't know how to sew. There are designers who don't really know how to draw, quote unquote. But, some people go straight to digital. That's their comfort level. I just prefer starting pencil to paper.
Do you notice kids, it's like being able to sing or paint or play an instrument. Some kids have a real aptitude and take to it like ducks to water. Mm-hmm. And other kids, they seem like, I don't see what you're saying to me.
Right.
I mean, is it that natural ability that's there?
Yeah, there is definitely a natural ability. I know when I was young, I had an aptitude for all of the arts, dance and the fine arts and, theater, all of those things. And I think even with those who come in not really having that aptitude per se, it's just about explaining it another way. I've always loved teaching. I think it's about finding what clicks for them and helping them to understand.
And your ability to explain that, that they can comprehend. Mm-hmm. Here's a shot that's interesting because they're picking up bolts of cloth.
Yes.
More and more stores that sell material are closing.
I know, it's really unfortunate.
And it's scary because at some point you're going to think, I'll guarantee you what will happen is somebody will see what's happening. They go, we need to get back into the cloth business, because otherwise you'll have an entire industry die out because little girls and little boys won't be able to go buy cloth to make anything.
Right.
Or they'll it'll be quilt cloth. You'll just find scraps and put them together.
Listen, people get resourceful.
Well, they do. And this is they actually have the you don't call them dummies, the
mannequins.
Yeah,
dress forms, mannequins.
I know who they call a dummy, but you have to teach them how to do that too. How do you pin something on in order to design what you're doing?
Right, and I don't realize how much knowledge is in my head sometimes, because even just pinning fabric, I think that's second nature. Like, it's got to go through all the layers, and it has to, so that it's sturdy. But people will just place it in and think that it's going to hold. But buying the fabric is one of their favorite things to do, shopping for material, and I'm able to tell them about different types of material.
Do they go home and teach their moms? Because the moms probably don't know anything about sewing.
They immediately show their friends, their family. I usually will have students do a mini project when we're doing the week-long camp, and we work towards the larger final project. But the mini projects, they're showing them to their friends, they're gifting them, and people are just blown away at what they're able to do on day one.
But you still work at MLGW. What do you do there?
So I'm in the strategic sourcing department. It's within the contracts and procurement area.
So it's a white collar office job, but the creativity comes in with all the other things you do. But
I find creativity everywhere.
The benefits are all with the MLGW job.
Yes.
then the fun part's with the other job.
That's right.
And we all have that
That's
to
right.
deal with. And what is this young lady doing?
So she is working on a pattern for the sketch that she made. I believe it was a dress. And so I talk them through how to make their own patterns. That way, once they leave my classroom, they're able to continue on with the knowledge they've learned. They can use that pattern and make multiple other items from it with different fabrics. So that is I usually have them do a mock-up in the in the muslin material, and then that's her final choice of fabric that she wanted to use. So they do the test to make sure it's going to work and it's going to fit, and then they go on to the final piece.
Get the real material.
Mm-hmm.
And another shot here. There's some of the other students. These are older students here.
Yeah, so that's one of my adult workshops that I do, and I have a variety of those. And one of the adult workshops is the Alteration Academy, where people can bring in clothing that they need altered, and they can learn how to sew and alter their own clothing.
Well, it's like my mom told me. She said, if you like the way I cook, you need to learn how to cook it, because you'll grow up one day and your wife may not like it or want to do it.
That's good advice.
I was looking, there's some pictures. This is the adult class.
Yep.
Here's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
The umbrellas, you designed the umbrellas.
Yeah.
And then you had the Brooks come up and did the printing of the pieces.
Yes.
Which I thought was great. I mean,
yes, that was a really fun project.
I think you get these umbrellas on the market. There's nothing like that out there.
Everyone's asking me about these umbrellas. I need to find out.
Well, there's nothing like that out there, I can tell you. I mean, look how cool they are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people want, is something that's bright, colorful.
Yeah.
It's not like everything else.
Yeah.
And look at these. And they did all these pieces.
Yeah, so I designed these. Designing my own African prints is something that I'd wanted to do for a really long time. So I've had the opportunity to do that with this exhibit.
Oh, I love them. All of them. And then there did you design that dress?
Yeah, I didn't design that. I'm actually working on some pieces for the fashion show coming up May 8th. So I did not design that dress, but I will be designing other.
You take a day off sometime. That's all you do is work.
Yeah.
Should somebody want to get into any of your academies or classes, how do they get in touch with you?
They can find me on Instagram and Facebook, Similia.official. I had to remember. It's been a long day. SAMILIA.official. And also there are links to my websites and everything else on there as well.
Do you hear from your students that you've had early on that have gone on to do other things? And what's the reaction, and what do they tell you? What are the stories?
Oh, it's amazing running into people around town. One of my students recently was accepted into a design program in New York, and that was I get chills just hearing about it. It's kind of like that's what you want to hear. Mm-hmm. And other students, I'll hear, I'm starting my brand, or I've started making this products, and just seeing them be their own entrepreneur and thriving in that has been really rewarding.
And you help them get started.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a great job. I love everything you're doing. Similia Pelshak, and bring us back some stuff, and we'll talk about it again.
Yeah, we'll do.
Thank you for being you and being here in Memphis.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We're going to check in with some of our sponsors who help make all this possible, and then you'll be introduced to a young restaurateur couple who are also very inventive. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Dawn Grader, President and CEO of Southern Security Federal Credit Union at our new headquarters here in Collierville, Tennessee, off by Hellier Road. We are the proud presenting sponsor of the Earle Farrell for Memphis show and are looking forward to a great 2026 where some of the shows will be hosted from our new headquarters location here in Collierville.
Hello, Memphis Mid-South. And first, I'd like to thank you for visiting with Earle Farrell Memphis today. And we want to support him just like you do. I'm George Gully, one of the sales managers at Jim Carrey Chevrolet. We've been in business here in Memphis for over 75 years. I've been associated with the company for almost 25. And I'll help you find the right car, truck, or SUV here at not only our Chevy store, but also Buick, GMC, Nissan, Subaru. We can help you find that right car. Keep watching, Earl, and come see me. Thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Mitch Wright.
And I'm his son, Mickey.
And we're the owners of Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And proud sponsors of the Earle Farrell for Memphis show.
We're thankful to be part of the Memphis community. We've been in business for 42 years, taking care of people and loving the people of the Mid-South.
Hi, this is Randy Wright from the Dive Shop and Dive Ventures in Memphis. We've been in Memphis over 64 years teaching people to dive, snorkel, and swim. We'd love to have you come join us and have some fun. We're also a part of the Dive Ventures group with 18 locations across the country, stretched from Phoenix to Vienna, Virginia. Please give us a call. We'll be able to take care of you at 999 South Yates in Memphis, or call us at 901-763-DIVE.
Hi, I'm Brett Batterson, President and CEO of the Orpheum Theater Group in downtown Memphis. We are so pleased with our partnership with the Earle Farrell Show and very happy that he is broadcasting live from Lansky's at the historic Peabody Hotel. We're all here to make Memphis better.
He doesn't sweat. He exudes cleanliness. He doesn't wear a hard hat. He wears a halo helmet of hygiene. He doesn't just clean up the mess. He makes it ashamed of itself. He once found a Cheeto from 2003 and gave it a proper burial. His mop water is filtered through the tears of sloppy contractors. He uses Purell the way priests use holy water. His laundry detergent has PTSD. He's banned from construction sites for making everyone else look filthy. His laundry folds itself out of respect. He was voted most likely to disinfect in high school. He showers before, after, and during showers. Even Mr. Clean calls him Sir. He carries wet wipes holstered like pistols. When he sneezes, the room becomes 99.9% pure. He is the cleanest man in the world.
I don't always drink, but when I do, I disinfect the glass first. Stay spotless, my friends.
It's auction time. It's auction time. It's time to be in the auction. And I'm Lance Walker, fast talker with Walker Auctions here in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm an auctioneer and a realtor, and we can sell assets for anybody, anywhere. We travel all over the country doing auctions, and we can sell your truck, we can sell your house, we can sell a collection, we can sell your equipment. When you need it sold, you need Walker Auctions. Remember, when it's time to sell, Walker Auctions doesn't fiddle around.
There you are, Walker Auctions. If they can't sell it, nobody can. We got another interesting couple that are joining us now, Stephanie and Ti-Pei Feng, that are restaurateurs. You were in the restaurant business, both of you, before you actually met each other. And don't they always tell you, if you're in the restaurant business, don't get involved with anybody else in the restaurant business, because it just breeds more problems. But you both love the business, and I found, having owned a couple of restaurants myself, people either love it or they hate it. And if you hate it, you get out.
It's a tough business.
It is one of the toughest things I've ever done. Yeah. And you were, you were working at the Half Shell. That's where I met you.
Correct.
And that's where you met Stephanie. Mm-hmm. How did that happen?
We were both working there together on the floor.
Okay.
We were both serving there together at that time.
And you went, hey.
We worked together for about 2 years before.
Okay, so you knew each other.
We just
slowly got to know each other,
yeah,
which is probably the best way.
The best way, yeah.
And then did you both working together when you came up with the idea for the food truck, or the juice truck in this case?
Well, it started as a little small hand-built cart that we built, and just one item we did.
And T, did you do the building of the cart?
She did most of it because
I like to build things.
The whole story of the cart was, at that time I'd moved into management.
Yeah.
And she moved on to Rizzo's, and she was working there. And
yeah.
Rizzo's unfortunately didn't survive the pandemic.
Yeah.
She found herself without employment. I was still working nonstop, so she decided, I'm going to build this food truck. So I come home every day, and she'd have another piece built, and she actually built this thing by herself.
Did you know anything about building a trailer before that?
No, we just
YouTube? Did you look at YouTube?
There's a lot of YouTube, and I did a lot of research.
But what I love about that, and that's the reason we wanted y'all on, was because so many people look around and try to find another job working for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Entrepreneurs look around and see what's not being done and say, let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's essentially what you did. And you didn't have the trailer, probably couldn't afford to buy one that's already built. So you said, I'll do it myself. You figure out how to get it done.
I like being unique. I like the challenge of figuring out how to do it. It was a very unique, little tiny. It was like 3 by 5, 3 by 6 foot, very small. Started small. The first one was very small, and
it was juices at that time.
It was. We did we called it the Memphis AF burrito. It was we smoked pork butts over cherry wood and charcoal.
Oh, wow.
I made a mole from scratch, if you're not familiar with
I lived in Mexico for 2 years.
Okay,
so I know what mole is.
Couldn't really find a very good mole.
It's because they don't do it here.
Because it's hard.
Very hard.
So my idea was to make this mole, which when I first started was like 42 ingredients, and I would muddle all the spices, and that's how it started. It did scale back a little, but it's still a very complicated, all from scratch. And
that's what they do in Mexico still.
Yeah.
I mean, and so that's why we don't do that.
Right. And I was doing it at like 40 quarts at a time. So it's just, you know, I started using already brown spices and, but still very good.
But you were right in the fact that people do notice the difference. Mm-hmm. It's about flavor. We had dinner recently because the Chef Philippe here at the Peabody got the Triple Diamond 5 Diamond Award. And it's because of flavor. It's because of the atmosphere. And even your trailer, whether you realize it or not, people probably love your trailer. I love what you did and the fact you built it.
Mm-hmm. It was very unique, very colorful, and I spent a lot of time building it. And honestly built it, and then the burrito and the idea from it came after. The lemonades all kind of started from that, just to boost our revenue a little bit, and they just kind of took off. But it's just everything natural and just all real ingredients that go into it, and it just kind of shaped where we are now. Honestly, it's just a weird path.
Because one thing does lead to another.
It does. If you would have told me we would be here right now 2 years ago, I would have been like, you're crazy. I'm never going to own a restaurant. It's like, not going to.
That ain't going to happen.
But we're very different. We're very unique. We don't really even like to call it a restaurant, really. It's, kind of, you're coming into our home.
Even Juiced is not like any place I didn't know what I expected. When I walked in the door, though, I felt like I was in Soho. I mean, it has that kind of feel, totally different. You can't even categorize it. It just has like a comfortable pair of jeans. You walk in and you just feel like it fits.
Thank you.
And each little cubby is its own little world. And I saw a woman in there, she had her cat, and, it's just people.
Oh, there was a cat.
I think it was. Wasn't that a picture of a cat? It could have been some small human that
there
she was
on. I'm not sure. I have.
But I understand the health department rules, but it could have been a rescue and a comfort
maybe.
cat.
I don't miss things
but
sometimes.
It has that same kind of feel to it. You can imagine somebody walking in and nobody would say a thing about it because that's the feel of the place. And it's also, a lot, especially in Memphis, I see it all the time. They'll open a restaurant and it's just 4 walls, a couple of little pictures on the wall, and they paint it. And that's the decor. Your place has depth, and it's stuff you've never seen before.
Thank you.
And wood and material. And I think that's what it was instantly drawn to. And then you look around some of the empty bowls, and they're all empty because when they get them lit, ain't nothing left. People love your food. Rob and Beth, who were on the show with me, they're the ones who said, we got to get these people on because there's nothing like that. And I think that is what keeps people coming back. And you say they come in there and they'll read a book, they'll play a game, and they stay there.
Mm-hmm. It's really just very cool to see how it's developed, and the people that come in, they are very at home. I have like young girls that sit around the little lounge area and take their shoes off and play a game, and just it makes me really happy. It's just
well, I was just looking at them, and there were a girl and a guy, but a couple of girls, a couple of guys. It's a place you go to just be yourself. And this is a picture of an outside shot. This is just right next door to the arcade restaurant across from the train station.
It's all windblown right now. We had some very windy days.
But then you've got live plants out, so it starts outside.
Mm-hmm.
You're already in a different world before you enter the store. And then once you get inside, look at that. I mean, the colors, the lights, the plant life. You see the lady, that looks like she's holding something. It may be a child.
It may be a child.
I think it's a child. And then,
cat child.
Speaking of cats, here's another cat, the human
Very
variety.
nice.
That's Rob Schaefer, who runs the show. But look at the colors, the mural on the wall, the fact you've got books in there. Everything about it has just comfort. And I think that's... Did you start off with that in mind, or did it just evolve?
Honestly, I am not much of a planner. It just kind of happened that way. I spent about 7 months in there creating that space. I spent a lot of time just doing what I love, honestly, what I love to do, what I want when I go out, you know, how I want to feel.
Sure.
When
You want to recreate what's comfortable for you and see if it
a
works
lot of the stuff in there is from our home. You know,
You robbed your house for your restaurant.
Our house is pretty well. We moved, but our house is pretty bare now. Where my house used to have a lot of that.
of the decor. I was just borrowing it for a while. Then I love this room. That's Beth, and this little table I just really love. But you're sitting there and you see the plants outside, so it's like you're not looking out at Memphis. You're looking out at like someplace else. You know.
It's it's like a little escape.
Well, it is. And what was the space before you guys moved in?
It was South Main Nutrition, which was a Herbalife tea bar.
Very white.
Yeah,
It's very bright and white.
Yeah. I love the dim and the color, you know. But then was it vacant long, or did you guys kind of eyeball it and say this place is getting ready to crash and burn? We're going to move in
No,
there?
it was empty. It was kind of we did the farmers market across the street a lot. So I just was
with your trailer. You took that there.
The little our food truck, and then I have a little lemonade stand. It's just like a whole setup. I do the flavors.
When I was a kid back in the 50s, and we went to the Sherwood Park, that's where we went to. They had a swimming pool and they had the snack bar. But their snow cones are the best snow cones in town because they use real syrup.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the difference, I think, between people that make fake lemonade and fake any other kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They use artificial stuff, and there is no substitute for authentic flavors and freshness.
Yeah, it's all real fruit, fresh squeezed lemons. We do a real cane sugar, it makes a difference, and there's a lot of fruit in it, so it's not just we'll have to search for flavor.
It's called the natural way.
People have kind of forgotten how good natural is.
And especially when you talk to older people, they'll eat a tomato and they go, that tastes nothing like the tomatoes I grew up with. But the same thing with juices and how you make those. And people, you don't have to tell them this is fresh. They go, this is fresh. And then the other things you do, I know Rob and Beth said your avocado toast is like nothing you've ever eaten before.
Well, the avocado toast it's really hard to cook and make things to order in a restaurant. It's a lot easier to get them done ahead of time and just scoop and serve. In our avocado toast, one thing we're insistent about is we're cutting an avocado to order, we're mashing it up to order, we're flavoring it to order. We are not setting this up ahead of time.
You're making a guacamole salad for every sandwich.
Correct.
But that is what the Mexicans do. And there's a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Avocados turn brown.
Mm-hmm. You have to add a citrus, which changes the flavor if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't do that. So open it to order.
But it works, and that's what you continue to do when you come across something new. You say, well, this worked for us. It may taste good the first second you eat it, but it's something we can reproduce in a timely manner, because if you can't get it out, you can't sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. But yeah, it takes a little bit longer to open that avocado order, but it is worth every second of it because.
Now this is your salad. Is that the chicken salad or what is that? Can you see it?
We cannot see it.
Oh,
the beet salad.
salad.
Yeah, that is we have the beet salad with chicken added to it. That is spinach and arugula for the greens blend, goat cheese. There's a house-made honey balsamic Dijon vinaigrette on it, orange supremes, toasted pumpkin seeds, roasted beets.
Wow.
And jerk pecans on there.
And can you tell what the drink is right beside it? It looks like
That's a tropical It's like a blend of mango, pineapples, banana. It's just very tropical. Just fabulous.
It looks like the guy on the T-shirt
little ginger
certainly enjoyed it. Did you see him?
Yeah, he is definitely looking like he wants it.
And then what is this?
That's
this is
avocado
toast.
The avocado toast. We have a few little unique components to it that also really bring out the flavor of the avocado.
What's the reaction first time somebody tries it?
The avocado toast is people love this avocado toast. I mean,
we sell a lot of it. People love it.
Is it like a breakfast item people come in
all
to get?
day.
Or is it all day?
Mm-hmm. Our menu is all day, so it's
Well, that's what I saw on the menu. It says the all-day menu, and which is great because if people like stuff, they want to be able to get it.
I mean, we sell all of it first at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're selling the root bowl with our beets and carrots and sweet potatoes. It's
And the name juiced, because that usually was descriptive of my friends in college. They were always juiced. And but that's not what this means. This means great juices.
It's juiced what you needed.
Yeah.
And it started with the lemonades. It's actually, the name is 100% my daughter came up with that. She designed the logo for me.
I love the logo.
It's a great name. It started with the lemonades. And our opening this place, we decided, because that's how people knew us, we decided to keep it, which has caused some confusion of what we are, but now people are learning. It's just a little bit unique.
So what happened to the trailer? Does it still exist?
It sort of. We had a little accident, and the trailer came unhitched while we were driving down the road and flipped.
Yes.
So it had there were some difficulties.
Here's the Is it a two-wheel trailer? Yeah. Those people think it's very simple. Once they start this, that's when they start this.
Well, you have to lock them down and put a pin in it. We forgot the pin that day, so I lost.
Did you put the pin in?
Yeah, we did not put the pin in. I saw the rearview mirror, and it just kind of was going down the little side road.
I've had people have travel trailers on the back, and they look out the window. The travel trailer is passing them. They go, "Hey, did you put the pin in?"
Always put the pin in.
But that could be a sign that you guys needed to have brick and mortar, and so then you pursued that. Some of the other things on the menu that people love, describe those.
Well, we have
the Casado Casanova right now is probably one of our better selling dishes. That's going to be a coconut rice we spike with kaffir lime leaf. We do a southwestern black bean on top of that. Black beans, cumin, jalapenos, onions, chili powder. We top that off with roasted corn poblanos, cilantro, diced red onions, half an avocado, diced tomatoes, and a sunny side up egg.
Wow.
It's really good.
It sounds fabulous.
It's very good.
And you guys are the testers to decide what gets on the menu, or do you try some stuff? Or do you say, no, it doesn't get on the menu till we both agree?
Well,
we both have to agree for it to get on the menu. I mean, when we build a dish, we're going to build it together. Even if one of us taking the lead on it, we're going to cook it. We're probably going to taste it, cook it again, and keep on going until we're both happy with where the dish sits.
Now, you've been managers at restaurant. I knew you at the Half Shell, but you're in the kitchen now. Did you have kitchen experience? Because I know I went through my training, which was very similar to Danny Summerall's training. You work every position in a restaurant because when somebody doesn't show up, that becomes your job. And when you own a place, you got to be able to do everything because there's always going to be somebody who doesn't show up.
My training was exactly like yours. I learned every position in the restaurant as I went. I had both the fortune and misfortune of working post-COVID, which, if you remember at that time, labor became impossible.
Yeah, you did do everything.
Yeah, managers went in that kitchen to keep that restaurant just open, and I spent a lot of time there.
Danny worked very hard on keeping everybody paid and saying we got to survive this, we got to have you guys still coming back because you can't make it without great people, and once you lose them, getting them back is very, very difficult.
Correct.
Did y'all hire people that you knew when you first opened? Because that's one of the other key things. You got to have people you really trust. They won't rob you blind.
I think we're really lucky with the crew that we've gone through. Right now, we're just getting so busy. We need more people.
It's you hear that?
It's happened real quick. We need people, good people.
And you need it to be able to keep growing your business, but it also helps all of downtown. I just met a gentleman in the lobby here at the Peabody that's opening up the coffee shop that's right across the street from y'all. So they're getting ready to open. It looks fabulous. He showed me some pictures. It's getting people, and that's one of the reasons we came back downtown, which has almost been a year now, is to get people to realize there's a lot going on here that's really cool. And to start coming back down here, because otherwise you're going to lose a lot of these great restaurants.
South Main is beautiful. Downtown has a lot to offer. people need to come and they need to experience. The park is beautiful. We were there today. It's just,
Yep.
the river is beautiful.
Is the trolley night, have they gotten the trolleys running on trolley night yet?
Not yet.
There's still that bus running they call a trolley.
Yeah. You remember years ago when they had the fake buses then, it looked like a trolley but it had rubber tires. So we all went, we can see this is not really a trolley. And it's not that New Orleans has kept their trolleys running throughout all
hopefully they get them going.
Well, but in the
again.
meantime, trolley night still is trolley night, and
Trolley
people still
nights.
come down there, and all the different restaurants and places have stuff outside too, and come and get little samples of what they do.
And it's fun to go downtown on trolley night. It's a lot going on.
Have you all seen the continued involvement of people coming back downtown? Because it's springtime. People want to come here.
It has been busy downtown since February, honestly.
Good.
Everywhere. I mean, we were just talking to someone, Laughlin Yard was very, very, oh yeah, sorry. I feel like that was a conversation I just had. Just being busy.
Where were we?
It's just kind of the way things are now. But everyone I'm talking to, all the store owners are saying how people are coming downtown right now. So we've had gorgeous weather.
Which
the
helps.
Yeah.
Freezing to death is not my idea of fun.
No,
and
mine either.
It is like a canyon hurricane downtown in the winter with the wind.
Yeah, the wind. We live definitely, our place is a wind tunnel. Comes through our patio. It just starts looking a little.
Well,
little
everybody loves what you're doing, and that's how
Thank you.
Beth and Rob said we got to get them on because they're cool people. They've done something cool, and so that's what we're about. Is letting people know about what's happening. And are you open? You're closed on Mondays.
We're closed on Wednesday.
Today.
This is our one day. This is our one day off.
I remember we came in there and said, "Do you want to come in next Wednesday?" You go, "I really need a day off. Could you do it the next week?" And I said, "Yes, we can do it."
There's some weeks we're there every day, and so a lot of hours. So we're just like.
Beth and Rob said they came in the other Saturday, and you're right in the middle of the noon rush, and you said. Not today.
It wasn't a noon rush. It was a 9 to 3 rush.
Saturday was pretty crazy for us in there. This past Saturday.
What would you say to other people, other business people that have thought about coming downtown? To me, this is the perfect time to come. There have been some places that didn't make it, like the place where you're in now, and the guy that just took over the old coffee shop. Take advantage of the equipment and the things they did to the property that you're not going to have to do, and then you put your stamp on it, and it's really a much better deal than starting from scratch. Believe me, I've done it both ways.
Unfortunately for us, the place that was there didn't really help us very much. There was a lot, but there's a lot of places that do have a lot to offer, as a matter of fact.
I just think things like a Vena-Hood and some kitchen items like that, salamander.
Definitely helpful to have it already there.
And not have to pay for it again. But it was like when I got married to my wife, and she looked at all my stuff and said, "That's got to go." And so I understand how it all works. Well, congratulations on the job y'all done and continue to do.
Thank you.
And I'll be in to see you soon, and I'm sure a lot of people that are watching right now will too. And just go and say, "Hey, T, hey, Stephanie, where's my table?" And I'll show you. Do you do anything out in front during the so far, or a la fresca? Y'all have anything in the back, or is it all just inside?
But
as far as eating.
There are 3 tables outside.
Okay. Yeah, normally we have patio tables.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not a lot of space outside. We've got 3 patio tables outside.
You'll have more plants as the weather gets nicer. I love to garden. So.
Yeah, well, it gives it a great look.
Thank you.
Plants make people happy.
They do. They really do. Yeah. People sitting around them with them in their face. I'm just like, can I move that? And they're just like, no, I love it.
It kind of reminded me of when I first came up to it as Miss Kitty's. This goes years ago back on Cooper, and just south of the Overton Square. There's a place called Miss Kitty's. She had all these bamboo bushes and trees in there. Had a little outdoor band and everything. And when I came up and saw their plants, I went, that looks familiar. But you're doing a great job, and couldn't suggest anything better except just keep doing it.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. That is our show for today. Go visit the folks at Juiced. You're going to love it. And we'll see you next time.